Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships. I know it has been a few weeks since I've actually done anything via ship-wise, and that's because, well, to be honest, the campaign didn't interest me at all. I was not very entertained by it, so I kind of skipped the last 2 weeks of World of Warships. So I apologize for those that follow me for that information, but the campaign just had nothing really for me at all. But next campaign, that gets my interest because we have quite some interesting things coming. So, from what they're saying, it's going to be called Skyward Endeavours. I don't think it's going to be true, but we'll find out. So, on July 1st, both PlayStation, Xbox, iOS, and Android are all going to go down for the update. Xbox One Series S and X is going to be over 4,000 megabytes. For the Xbox Series S and X, it's going to be over 4,000 megabytes as well. PlayStation 4, it is exactly 4,000 megabytes. For PlayStation 5, it's 948 megabytes. For iOS and Android, it's 1,000 megabytes plus an additional 1,000 megabytes on top of that. So, Skyward Endeavours. This is going to be quite the interesting campaign. Ahoy, captains! There is an update on its way to the legendary seas. As usual, you can prepare for the battles to come by redeeming this code. J5BVT9SPT2. Now, if you go over to their lovely website, and you should receive 1 big summer crate, 6 red, white, and blue camouflages, and 6 common boosters. Now, what is this update going to be? It's going to be called the Grey Coast campaign. Meet the headliner of this new campaign, the new United States Tier 7 premium aircraft carrier, Enterprise. The famous historical ship, she's equipped with precise bombers and high-quality survivability, capable of dealing devastating damage, dropping powerful armor-piercing bombs. So, F you, Germany, you're no longer going to be the only country that has AP bombers. So, suck it. I mean, don't suck it. Just try to be it. Anyway, these characteristics, combined with good movement, speed, and maneuverability, make Enterprise a game changer even when the most difficult battle situations. Okay. Interesting. Plus, starting from July 1st, aircraft carriers will become available on the mobile devices, so don't hesitate to join us in the campaign if you're a mobile player. So that's nice. And I didn't even realize that the mobile side didn't actually get aircraft carriers, so that was interesting to find that out. The campaign, as usual, consists of 100 milestones, spread over a 5-week period, including a catch-up mechanic, and also, we get the special campaign mission if you buy out the campaign to help you beat it a week sooner. Check out the campaign rewards with and without the Admiral backing. Okay, and here comes my favorite part of every goddamn patch note. And I'm using sarcastic remarks when I say this, by the way. So, without the Admiral backing, you get 50 common boosters, 10 red, white, and blue camouflages, 12,500 global XP, 125,000 commander XP, 350,000 research points, 600,000 credits, 16 promotion orders, 1 insignia, 1 commendation, 5 days of premium, 2 of the big simmer crates, 1 American commander crate, and 3 of the United States hybrid battleship crates. There's going to be more about that in a second, and 1 of the United States hybrid crate big version, along with an Enterprise patch base and an Enterprise patch symbol, for those that are interested in grabbing them. The value of them without the Admiralty is 13,875 golden doubloons. If you believe that, I'm not 100% sure. However, if you spend the 2,500 golden doubloons to purchase the Admiralty, you will also get 50 rare boosters, 1.4 million research points, 325,000 commander XP, 2.4 million credits, 32,500 global XP, 29 promotion orders, 4 insignias, 4 commendations, 750 golden doubloons, get a little bit of money back, 22 red, white, and blue camouflages, 3 big summer crates, 1 United States hybrid battleship crate, 2 of the United States hybrid battle crates on the big side, 1 Enterprise flag, the special mission to beat the campaign a week sooner. One lovely Tier 7 premium aircraft carrier Enterprise. Doing these will net you a value, according to Wargaming, of 64,200 golden doubloons. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but we'll have to find out and take their word for it. However, also coming in this update is Star Trek in the world of warships. That's right. We're pleased and proud to announce our new collaboration with Star Trek. The iconic characters from this beloved series have warped into the world of Warships Legends. Truly a gift for all fans of the science fiction TV classics. Stay tuned for more of the information and a coming soon patch. Interesting. We're also going to be getting the United States Independence Day celebrations. Let's celebrate the 4th of July together with a bunch of themed content. First of all, several new United States hybrid battleships will be arriving in early access along with a new commander, Joseph Reeves, who can be obtained by completing this update's Winged Admiral calendar. So we're going to be getting a brand new calendar. You sign in daily, do what it asks, and at the end, get a commander for it. Happy days. And what's a good celebration without new missions? From July 1st to August 5th, you can complete Independence Day missions, playing American ships including the new hybrid battleships, and receive the event currency, Impendium. You can spend Impendium on various goods in the store, including skins for the brand new hybrid battleships, and Golden Eagle skins for Kansas and Florida. I already have the Golden Eagle skin on my Kansas, and it looks beautiful. Absolutely love it. Plus, the new legendary hybrid battleship, Louisiana, will be available in the store for Impendium if you manage to accumulate the sum through the missions and the Waves of Liberation random bundle obtainable for doubloons. So, we're gonna have to buy, by the sound of it, some of the crates for this update if we want to get the brand new Louisiana. Interesting that she is a legend as well. The Waves of Liberty random bundle will help you get enough Impendium to purchase the Louisiana and use skins for the battleships in the early access. Okay, so that's interesting. It also offers a chance to win the Tier 8 cruiser Valio. No idea what that is. Guess it's, I don't know, I actually haven't heard anything of that. An 80% discount coupon on a selected American ship, and lots of commander progression items on top of this. You can obtain this bundle once to receive a random select of selected items, or multiple times to increase your chances of collecting the possible items. This is where I'm going to get torpedoed because I'm not paying attention. However, the new battleship hybrids. This is what everyone is concerned about and very worried about. Even a few devs have spoke out about it and are wondering, is Wargaming even listening to us anymore? I'm not 100% against it, of what they're saying. At the end of the day, they're trying to bring in the stuff the PC have, so quit fucking crying. You just wanted new stuff, they bring you new stuff, and then, what are you doing? You're not listening to us. Well, why should they, in my opinion? All you do is pick it apart every time. But moving on. We've prepared a brand new tech tree line of the United States hybrid battleships from Tier 6 to Tier 8. These will be available in early access in this update. The Connecticut, Nebraska, and Delaware. Each of these ships will be equipped with a powerful airstrike feature using torpedo bombers. Interesting. You can obtain Connecticut, Nebraska, and Delaware from the United States hybrid crates, and the United States hybrid crates on the big side, which will be available in the store during this update for doubloons or Impendium. These crates can also can be earned through the Grey Ghost campaign, if you didn't want to go into the store and buy them, which is nice, and the Winged Admiral campaign calendar. That's another one. Besides the ships in early access, we're also presenting a new legendary hybrid battleship, the Louisiana, which we knew, but She will be available in the store for Impendium, the event currency we mentioned above. Note, it's not your last chance to get Louisiana, as next summer she will be available again as a free Bureau project. However, you have a unique opportunity to try her now for this year. So we won't see her again until 2025. Okay, so if you want to wait a year and get it for free, by all means, go ahead. But note that you're going to have to wait a year for this ship to come back again. Which ain't so bad. It's nice to actually get solid confirmation that if you missed the ship, it's alright, I'll be back next year. And you'll be able to get it then. However, the Winged Admiral campaign calendar, Joseph Reeves is our new historical commander and the strong leader for the new battleship hybrids that we're going to be receiving. He comes with a full set of unique skills designed specifically to enhance the airstrike power of your American hybrid ships. To get Joseph Reeves, complete the new calendar, a free week series for daily missions available from July 1st to August 5th. So at least you have a time limit on how long you actually have. His base trait is called Football Helmet. Reduces the damage of bombs and torpedoes launched by an aircraft at your ship by up to 16% and improves your ship's sea and air detectability range by an extra 2%. His unique set of airstrike base skills is, oh wow, there's a lot to choose from here. Okay, so there's 4 of them. The first one is Bird's Eye View. Improves airstrike and main battery range of up to 4%. Okay. Sea Wings increases the airstrike aircraft cruising speed and the ship's maximum speed by up to 4%. So I guess if you want to be a fastest ship, then that's where you go. Don't know. The Naval Aviator increases the speed of your aircraft torpedoes by up to 4 knots. However, it reduces their aiming time by up to 8% and increases their damage by up to 4%. God, so there's a plus, negative, plus on that. Interesting. We'll have to see how that goes. And then we have Iron Feathers as his last special skill, which increases airstrike aircraft HP by up to 16% and the ship's maximum health by an extra 6%. And shows the direction of the closest enemy ship if your ship has airstrike. Wow. That's interesting. So it gets kind of like a passive-ish radar. Damn, okay. As you progress towards unlocking this commander, you can earn numerous rewards, including several of the hybrid crates. You'll have an additional 2 weeks to fully complete the calendar, within the option to recover missions for 250 golden doubloons each. Don't miss a day, folks. I swear. I've done it. Rotary's done it. It's a pain in the ass having to pay out more golden doubloons for stuff that you completely forgot about. It only takes, like, maybe 3-4 missions, or 3-4 battles, and you've instantly got what you needed done. So please, I cannot say this enough. Do not miss a day. Because you're going to pay for it if you do. Now this is what I wanted to talk about, because I've seen this in the trailer. So, this update introduces an arcade battle. So, it's a completely new, faster paced battle type that will be permanently available. Okay, so it's not going to be locked, hidden, or any of that random bullshit. Which is quite nice to know. Oh god. Permanently available. Jesus, I'm losing track of where I am. Alongside the versus AI and standard battles. This will be starting on your account from level 4. You can try these dynamic battles with simplified mechanics in the randomly composed teams of 5 in arcade battles, but you will fight with and against other players, and AIs will fill the other spots. So it's essentially what I'm doing right now. As you can see in the background, I'm inside AI matches. So it'll be like this, but 5 of the AI team will be players. Which would be very new and very dangerous. But we'll have to see how that goes. I think it'll be alright. I don't think it'll be too bad. However, there will be no aircraft carriers allowed within this mode. On the plus side, though, Tier 1 to Tier 6 is the only tiers that you will be allowed in. There will be no 7, 8s, or Legends. So if you're grinding down the standard tech tree line, at least you'll be able to get up to Tier 6 if you wanted to take them via this new mode, which will be interesting. I actually can't wait to see how that works out. I think a lot of players believe that AI matches are too easy, and if the enemy team was able to throw in more people, or if they had a couple of players, it'd make it more tricky. I don't know if that's true or not, so we'll have to see. Only time will tell. However, if you're like me and you're waiting to get your steel, don't wait any longer, because Ranked Battle Season 56 and 58 will be arriving within this update. As the Ranked Battles are returning with free new seasons, starting from July 2nd. This time, you'll compete in teams of 3 with a limit of 1 destroyer per team, and no aircraft carriers will be allowed. Ship tiers will vary from tier 5 to 7 depending on the season that we're doing, and loads of rewards will await you, with up to 3,600 steel available for completing all 3 seasons of this new ranked mode. Now there is balance changes here, and we will be going across a lot more of them. So a few balance changes await you in this update, described in detail in our traditional Ministry of Balance page. So what we'll do is we'll just quickly go into that instead, because it's where everything else is going to be that we need to know. So, surface combats. Surface combatants. The Vallejo. During testing, it was noted that the Vallejo didn't offer much in the way of unique features when compared to her peers. We've oh my god, we've decided to rework the ship into a slinging light cruiser. Her main battery range was increased from 15.3 kilometers to 15.4 kilometers. HE shells were replaced with SAP. SAP's rounds will now be set to 3,500 damage, with 42 millimeters of penetration, and will have a set ricochet angle of 70 degrees for the minimum, and a maximum ricochet of 80 degrees. Just so those that are interested in that, I don't know, I've never tested the ship, so I can't say. Her rudder shift time is getting reduced from 10 seconds to 8.4, so she'll be able to turn a lot faster. Repair party consumable has been improved from 10 to 40% for Citadel damage repairs. So at least if you get a Citadel, you're going to be able to actually repair more of your health, but if you don't get Citadel, you'll repair less of your health. So it's at least fair. If you get Citadel, you'll get something back in return. Her main battery reload booster will now get 2 charges. They will take 120 seconds to reload and will only last you 16 seconds, with a 15% reload reduction. Moving on, Turbits and Turbits B, the original campaign battleships, the ones that started it all, is going to be getting improved along with her Black Fleet variant. She's getting improvement to various parameters, including main battery accuracy and secondary battery range. So her main battery shell gripping is getting increased from 2.5, by 2.5. So it goes from 1.9 to 1.95 sigma. If anyone knows what that is, by all means, please help dealers, because I'm completely fucking lost. So all I'm hearing is that it's getting increased. Secondary base firing range is getting increased from 5.5 kilometers to 6 kilometers. Very nice. Ship speed is getting increased from 30.5 knots to 31 knots. Ooh, an extra whole half a knot. Exciting. Her HP is getting increased, however, so you'll no longer be a 69,300 health point battleship. She will now be a 72,500 health battleship. Her hit location of HP has been increased proportionately. It's an interesting way of saying it there, wargaming. So I'll not give any interest in that. For her secondary interest, the unique skill for Henrik Fernandez is proving especially strong, so we're dialing it back a notch. So, ha! All you pieces of shit that rely on fucking using your secondaries and your secondary builds is going to get absolutely destroyed in this update. Well, not destroyed, but you're going to be getting reduced, and I'm quite happy for that. So the enhanced secondary targeting cooldown is getting reduced and decreased from a maximum of 35% to a 30%. Wah, wah, wah. Your special effect improvements to secondary battery dispersion is also it's reload time, main battery reload time. Oh god, there's a lot here. Will be enhanced. Secondary targeting consumable for active reload is getting reduced from 10 to 8%. That's interesting. So aircraft carriers as well, they're also getting touched. Oh, surprise, surprise on that one, not really. This second adamant for aircraft carriers brings increases for the aircraft restoration time and the aircraft HP to make anti-air defenses a clear and present danger for aircraft carriers. So, the carriers that are getting... Damn, there's a lot of carriers getting touched here. When it comes to tier 3... God, they're really starting from low down, too. When it comes from tier 3, the Rhine torpedo bombers restoration time is getting increased from 76.5 seconds to 107 seconds. Its dive bombers restoration time is getting the same treatment from 76 seconds to 107 seconds. And the dive bomber base speed is getting increased from 105 knots to 115 knots. So they're going to get a little bit quicker, but it's going to take longer to restore them. When it comes to the Hosho, its torpedo bombers restoration time is getting increased as well from 76 seconds to 106 seconds. And that goes for its dive bombers as well. It's getting the same 107 second restoration time as well. When it comes to the Cosmonauts, its torpedo bomber restoration time is getting Jesus Christ, they're really punishing the Russians. It's getting increased from 105 seconds to 150 seconds. You're gonna have to wait near 2 fucking minutes to get your ships. Holy crap. When it comes to the Hermes and her torpedo bombers and her dive bombers, their restoration time is... God, is getting increased from 170 seconds to 270 seconds. Wow. They are really punishing aircraft carriers now. Langley, torpedo bomber restoration time will take 52 seconds now instead of 40 seconds. And the dive bomber restoration time is going to be increased from 36 to 48 seconds. However, their speed is getting reduced as well. It will no longer be 109 knots. It'll be 103 knots as their top speed. When it comes to the tier 5s, god damn, I'm sorry for anyone that wanted to go down carriers, and I am one of the players. When it comes to tier 5, the Wesser torpedo bombers, the stock torpedo bomber restoration time will be increased from 76 seconds to 107 seconds. The stock torpedo bomber speed is also getting reduced from 132 knots to 125 knots. If you have these upgraded, your bomber restoration time will go from 57 seconds to 80 seconds. And your speed is also getting reduced from 135 knots to 129 knots. Wesser's dive bombers, when they are stock, the restoration time will take from 57 seconds, it getting increased to 80 seconds. The stock dive bomber maximum HP per aircraft is getting reduced from 2,500 to 2,200. When you get them upgraded, your dive bomber restoration time is getting increased from 57 seconds to 80 seconds, so there's no difference there. Don't know why that had to be said. Upgraded dive bomber maximum HP is getting reduced from 2,700 to 2,200. Upgraded dive bomber base speed is also getting increased from... No, I'm kidding. It's getting reduced. I thought I'd tease you. No, it's... I'm an asshole. It's getting reduced from 155 knots to 146 knots. When it comes to Raiju, the Japanese carrier, torpedo bomber stock, restoration time 80 seconds. Torpedo bomber, 120 knots will be their new speed when they're stock. So I'm just going to try and shorten this down and get it over faster. Upgraded torpedo bomber restoration, 80 seconds. Upgraded torpedo bomber speed, 127 knots. When it comes to our dive bombers, stock restoration, 80 seconds. Stock new top speed, 132 knots. When you get them upgraded, restoration, 80 seconds. Upgraded speed, 137 knots. Wow, it's only an increase of 5. When it comes to Zhao, torpedo restoration increased to 100 seconds. Damn. Their torpedo bomber base speed is being reduced to 108. Torpedo aiming is getting increased to 8 seconds. Torpedo speed is getting increased as well to 50 knots. Wow, the Japanese carriers are getting faster with the torpedoes. I'll be damned. When it comes to our dive bombers, restoration of 85 seconds. New top speed, 115 knots. Jesus. Do you just want to torture Japan? It's like, hey, we're going to improve them. Psych, no, we're going to make them worse. When it comes to Zerov, Jesus. Stock torpedo restoration, 150 seconds. When you get them upgraded, still 150 seconds. There's no fucking difference yet again, Wargaming. Why are you including these if you're not changing them? When it comes to her skip bombers, in the stock form, 150 seconds. When they get upgraded, oh shocker, 150 seconds. No change. This is just getting worse for you, Wargaming. You're giving information that hasn't really changed the ships. When it comes to Furious, the British aircraft carrier, stock torpedo restoration, 270 seconds. Look at me. When it comes to the stock torpedo size and the hangar, you will now get 12 planes. That's an increase from 9. When it comes to her torpedo bomber speed, you will be reduced to 115 knots. When you get them upgraded, the restoration time is 270 seconds. And they will also get an aircraft of 12 as well. So they're essentially staying the same. However, the speed of the upgraded bombers are going to be 125 knots. When it comes to the dive bombers, restoration time of 270 seconds. You will also get an increase of fleet by 12 planes. Your new top speed in the stock form is 120 knots. Jesus almighty. When you get them upgraded, still 270 seconds. For the restoration, you still have a fleet of 12 planes and your new top speed of 125 knots. When it comes to the Ark Royal, for the lucky sons of bitches that own that aircraft carrier, and you are lucky, your torpedo restoration time is getting increased to 33 seconds. Your dive bombers will be 32 seconds. Your new top speed is going to be increased in your dive bombers to 140 knots. And your increased damage as well is going up by an extra 500, meaning you'll now damage at 3,700. When it comes to Ranger torpedo bombers in the stock form, 39 seconds to restore, 105 knots will be your new speed. When you get them upgraded, it's still going to take 39 seconds to restore them. However, you get a new top speed of 112 knots. Ooh, fancy. When it comes to her dive bombers, stock restoration of 36 seconds, new stock speed 116 knots. When you get them upgraded, new restoration time of 32 seconds, and a new top speed of 116 knots. So again, you don't change your top speed, you're stuck with that. When it comes to the Independence, torpedo bomber restoration will take 82 seconds, new top speed of 108 seconds, and the arming time for the torpedoes is going to get increased to 5.5 seconds, and the damage is getting increased to 7,200. When it comes to your dive bombers, the restoration time is going to be increased to 88 seconds. You'll get more damage now of 5,700. Your HP penetration is now going to get increased to 53.4 millimeters of armor that you can now pen. Ooh. And you will now have an increased chance of setting fire by up to 32%. Finally, moving into the Tier 7 carriers with the Graf Zeppelin, torpedo restoration time is going to be 37 seconds, as well as your dive bombers. When it comes to the Parseval, stock torpedo bomber restoration of 80 seconds. Stock torpedo bomber HP is getting decreased from 2,420 to 2,400. Why is the 20 getting took off? That's so stupid. That's like the dumbest change right there. When you get your torpedo bombers upgraded, your restoration time will take 106 seconds, and your speed will be reduced to 149 knots. When it comes to your dive bombers in the stock form, it's 106 seconds to restore them. Your HP will now be 2,300. However, when you upgrade them, your restoration is still 106 seconds. And you get an increase of health by 100, making your new upgraded bombers 2,400 HP per aircraft. Moving on to the Shikaku, the stock torpedo bomber restoration time will be increased to 80 seconds. Good God. Stock torpedo bomber HP is getting reduced to 2,500. Your stock torpedo speed will be reduced to 130 knots now when you fly through the air. However, when you upgrade them, it's now going to take 106 seconds to restore them. Your HP will be 2,500. It's not getting changed. Your torpedo bomber speed is getting reduced as well. It'll take 136 knots as well as your maximum speed. When it comes to your dive bombers for the Shikaku, it'll take 106 seconds when you're stock to repair them. And your speed is getting reduced as well to 136 knots. When you upgrade them, it's 106 seconds to restore them, and you will get a new top speed of 142 knots. Moving on to the Kaga. Torpedo bombers. Your restoration time is going to be increased to 22 seconds. Your health is getting reduced, meaning you're going to be 1,550 health points. I know, exciting, isn't it? When your torpedo bomber speed is getting reduced to 133 knots. When it comes to your dive bombers, it still takes 22 seconds to restore them, and they will have a speed of 144 knots. When it comes to the Fodia, the Russian bomber, Russian aircraft carrier, I believe it is. I could be pronouncing that ship wrong. I don't know. Maybe eat me. Don't care. Your stock restoration speed will be 150 seconds. However, when you upgrade them, it'll go to 126 seconds. Very nice. When it comes to your skip bombers, it'll take 150 seconds to restore them. They'll have a new HP of 1,450. That's an increase of 100. When you upgrade them, it'll take 126 seconds to restore them. So it's nice to see that the upgrades actually get a faster fucking time. When it comes to Implaceable, starting torpedo bomber will... God damn it, I hate the way they worded this. Starting torpedo bomber hangar aircraft is going to get increased from 12 to 16, so we'll get an additional 4 planes. Stock torpedo bomber restoration is 270 seconds. That's an extra 100 seconds of what it used to be. When it comes to your stock bomber, they will go at 127 knots instead of 140. When you upgrade the torpedo bombers, however, your restoration time will be, that's right, the same at 270 seconds. But you will get a new top speed of 130 free. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Stock dive bombers for the British aircraft carrier will get a fleet increase of up to 12 planes. It'll take them 270 seconds to restore them. 134 knots is what they'll fly at. However, when you upgrade them, you go from 12 planes to 16 planes. It'll take 270 seconds to restore them, shocker. And they will fly at 137 knots. Moving to the Lexington, and I never thought you had this many aircraft carriers till you fucking read this stuff. Lexington, stock torpedo bomber restoration of 39 seconds. They will now fly at 120 knots, but when you upgrade them, it'll go to 34 seconds to restore them, and 125 knots will be their new speed. Ooh. Sorry, I hate being sarcastic, but I can't help it sometimes. When it comes to the dive bombers, stock restoration time of 36 seconds. They will fly at 120 knots. And when you upgrade them, it will take 32 seconds to restore them, and 125 knots will be their new top speed. When it comes to aircraft carrier Saipan, torpedo bomber restoration is getting reduced. Finally, a decrease. It will now take 155 seconds to restore them. And the torpedo bomber restored is getting reduced from 6 to 3, so that's why it's a little bit faster now, because you're not getting back as many planes. Ouch. However, the starting hangar size is getting increased from 9 planes to 12. And when you upgrade them, you will... What? Maximum torpedo hangar aircraft is getting reduced from 18 to 12 to make sure that the starting matches up. The torpedo bombers will get a speed reduction down to 131 knots. Dive bombers, their restoration time will be reduced to 140 seconds. However, just like the torpedo bombers, you only get 3 planes back instead of 6. Starting hangar will be increased to 12, and the maximum size of the bombers is getting reduced from 18 to 12. The dive bomber's new speed will be 135 knots. God, I thought that was the end of it, but there's fucking more. When it comes to the legendary tier aircraft carriers, when it comes to Midway, she will have a torpedo bomber restoration of 31 seconds, and 129 knots will be the new speed for the torpedo bombers. The dive bombers restoration time is 24 seconds with a top speed of 130 knots. When it comes to oh god, I can't even pronounce it now. I'm having difficulties. The Japanese carrier. I can't pronounce it now. Hakuru, maybe. Torpedo restoration time is 107 seconds. Their HP is getting reduced to 2,100. Their new speed is going to be 142 knots. When it comes to the dive bomber side, it's going to take 80 seconds to restore them. New HP of 2,100. With a new top speed of 130 knots. And holy crap, that is it. We are done. Damn. So, with the end of the world's longest fucking patch notes I'll ever read, it appears to be that the aircraft carriers, yet again, is gonna be absolutely fucking slammed. I don't know why. I guess too many people have been crying about them. Which is sad, in my opinion. It really is. It's just terrible. But that is all that is coming. I can't wait to see what everything's gonna be. It'd be interesting to see how much Louisiana's gonna cost us, and if it's even possible to just maybe buy one crate, or if we have to buy multiple. Hopefully the crates are cheap enough to make it to where normal people can get it. But as Wargaming said, and don't fear if you don't get her. She's going to be available next year for free as a Bureau project. So we're not going to be completely ruined by Wargaming and their beautiful ability of pay to win. But hopefully everything's going to go well, so we'll have to tune in, of course, on Monday to see what all is new and what all is coming. Can't actually wait for it. It's going to be a campaign that really tickles me fancy, if you know what I mean. So, join me on Monday, of course, folks, for a brand new week coming in World of Warships Legends. And I think maybe next week as well, me and Rotary is going to be doing our Gears of War Judgment Legendary or insane run. I might also be thinking about doing some Halo regarded stuff via Spartan Ops. I'm going to see if I can maybe do a legendary run in them. There is an achievement to try and do them solo. I don't know if I'll be able to have the mentality to do it solo, but we'll find out soon enough. Oh, these torpedoes are getting close. Yeah, that'll be the last you hear from me for today, folks. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, because of course this is going to get uploaded tomorrow on Friday. Or Saturday, even. God damn it, my days are not with me. So we will catch you all in a few days' time, of course, for the next season. And hopefully, I'll catch you all then. Bye-bye.